Hi, welcome to my channel, House of Spirit. My name is Madeleine Parker, and this afternoon I'm going to do a read for the week of October 26th to November 2nd, and we're going to do a tarot study of the astrological transits that are occurring this week, and let's talk a little bit about that. We've got quite a lot going on with the planet of Venus and the planets that rule Venus. We've got we've got Venus going into Libra and this week, and which is ruled by Libra. So that's going to be a pretty nice placement for money and love. Venus is the planet of love and finances and what else? Things that are beautiful and pleasurable and artistic and also like pleasant experiences, beautiful things. So we've got, and it's about money. So we've got Venus going into the sign ruled by Venus, so that's going to be nice. And we've got Mercury going into Libra, which is also ruled by Venus. And then we have this Taurus full moon coming in on the 31st, the night of Halloween, which is Taurus is ruled by Venus. So we've got all this Venus activity, and it's about money and love, relationships, romance, and all of that. And then we've also got these planets. We still got Saturn at 25 degrees Capricorn. We've got Pluto and Jupiter conjuncting, so there's some kind of an influence going on with those planets. And that's why I like to do tarot scopes, because I find tarot kind of galvanizes all the transits together and gives me a general message. So, all right, without further ado, let's take a look at how these transits occurring this week are going to sort of play out, and also just sort of, see what house you have covered by Taurus and Libra and Capricorn, and then see if you can apply this message to the house that these transits are falling in for you. Okay, for me it's in the 5th house. So, all right, calling in highest guides and angels to be with us in this read so that we may be higher guided to our highest best destiny and highest best versions of ourselves. And also, if you would like a private read, my email is below. All right, let's take a look and see what these transits bring us this week. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Pentacles. Temperance is the first thing out. The Sun, woohoo, Star, nice. King of Swords. World, 8 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. That's nice. What do we have here? Wow, interesting. Okay. Queen of Pentacles, and then we're going to pull clarifiers with this deck afterwards, but for now we're going to pull this. Well, we are talking about Venus, which is it is about money, and it does bring abundance wherever it goes, and this here would indicate Venetian financial abundance coming in, but we're also looking at unifying of our masculine and feminine energies. If you're a twin flame, or if you're in a divine mate, we are looking at reconciliations here. All right, let's take a look at, if you're on that journey. Sorry to jump around, but I wanted to fill that part in. So the reason is because I did a read right before this, and I got distracted. Somebody called, so I had to pull it up, and it had the same union card right here in the middle. So I think with all this Venus power, we are going to be looking at a lot of divine relationships that have been in separation coming together. What else do we see? Well, the World card hitting in my heart section. I mean, that's a really pretty strong position for that card for me, and when I do reads, it doesn't land there very often, and when it does, it really does represent a sort of a plateau being reached, an emotional sort of victory, a sort of an arrival of the journey, of the long journey, that something that we've been waiting and patiently trying to pull out of negative energies around, because that's what the Temperance card means. It means sort of calming and shifting out of a sort of a negative dynamic or a negative frequency around something, or pulling out of the fear energies around it. And then we get the sun hitting in my head section of the read, indicating a mental breakthrough, sort of a big, exciting sort of aha, because this is hitting in my mental section of my read. So there's going to be information coming in. We are getting signs that we are getting messages of communication here. So we're going to get information that breaks us free, that tells us that we have completed this process of clearing out and healing. So on some level, if you've done your spiritual work and you've done your work, things are going to expand very rapidly for you. And what do I mean by that? If you've healed your lower frequencies, and I'm assuming that most people who are seeing this read have healed some of the lower frequency stored energies that needed healing, opening up your future, things ready to begin, commitment coming in. I would say if you're single, then you're looking at that not being the case anymore. This is a commitment card. If you're in a relationship, then you really are getting a new alignment with your mate, your divine mate. If you're in a divine mate relationship, you're really moving in alignment with them more, pulling yourselves into more financial abundance by unifying your forces more, coming together. The masculine energy in the dynamic has seen the sort of, I want to say, error of the ways, because the masculine energy within us is the energy that tends to sometimes, it's our head energy. This energy, it tends to lead us the wrong way. So we've got like 2 cards representing choices here, and clarity and decisions, and sort of ending an old cycle. We get the karmic cards, so we're realizing how out of alignment our masculine energy has been, and we're really kind of seeing a new future where we can really obtain what it is that we truly desire in our hearts. And we're seeing that that's possible. Even though some of our masculines there is union in our masculine and feminine energies, but the masculine energy may not be fully sure, but they're aware of how lost they've been in their other choices, and that they've been led down sort of an ego path that took them the wrong way because they've been blocked. It hasn't worked. So they can see now. It's like that's the way the masculine energy learns, is by, I want to say, failure. So the masculine energy within us, the masculine energy in the grand consciousness, or in the collective, has gained clarity around how to align their decisions and choices based on desires. Now, this is very much the theme that came through in my other read, but we are really looking at a sort of more grounding of that, like another level of grounding. And so what does that mean is we're going to start seeing, this Venus, all this Venus energy is bringing us wealth, abundance, and union. And then a real clarity around our ego choices that led us in the wrong direction. The lack of real connection to what we want, that really does sustain to the future, because the truth of what we desire in our hearts will sustain, will last, and will bring us abundance. So this Mars energy in retrograde, by the way, I forgot to mention Mars being in retrograde right now, and Mercury is in retrograde. So we really are looking at how to align better from an internal place, how to align our actions better from the inside, what we truly desire. But look, we're really close to achieving it. I mean, I'm going to say this card landing in our heart spot means we are at the pinnacle to achieve something. Things really are breaking through. These are choices that were karmic, superficial, these were choices that we thought would work. But that was our ego, which sometimes doesn't necessarily mean that you have an inflated ego. It's just not coming from your heart. It's coming from what you think security may be achieved through. And then we do get this step up financially here for everybody. Even if you're a man watching this, we're talking this week. So we're stepping up one step financially, empowering people financially on a more independent level, and we are going to go with feminine here because we're going more feminine. The more connected you are to your truth, your desire, your intuition, your not your head, breaking out of head space. This will bring you more hope. You're going to feel this abundance coming and union coming of your energies that unifies your energies. Communication involved, breaking through thinking that opens up communication with your divine mate to align you and to really not. I'm going to pull some clarity on these because I want to just see what more to say about that King of Swords and all these cards here. Oh, just to talk a little bit about this card. This really, this is in alignment. Leaving emptiness, leaving things that don't feel fulfilling. This is committing to something that is fulfilling. And then leaving commitments that don't have a future, that aren't fulfilling, that aren't what you truly desire from a heart space. Really, the Temperance card comes to, it is a process of discovering what is true. And all right, Spirit, can you please guide us with these two cards here? Queen of Pentacles again. So basically what we're looking at is becoming financially independent through in alignment, because this is more in alignment, quitting karmic choices, quitting the ideals that were more security-based or image-based or status-based, that were not in alignment with divine will for our life. So we're really aligning. So I think if in these Venus, these planets moving into Libra and Taurus, the moon going into Taurus, this full moon in Taurus, oh wow, that wants to come in upside down. So that's sort of ending the heartbreak in any kind of love dynamic you might be in, or the disappointments. So can you tell us more, please, cards, about this whole deal? We get Four of Wands, Four of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. So what we're getting is alignment. You know, again, another card that represents home harmonics, reconciliations with twin flames or divine partners or divine mates, going into commission, and possibly this is a period of possibly, why do we have the Four of Pentacles there? Well, I'm saying you're not going to have to worry about finances so much anymore. Things are going to rapidly change so that you feel safe and secure, despite having quit choices that made you feel safe and secure. So Venus is going to bring in commission in alignment with your true divine mate. Adventure. And this is the Three of Cups, Swords coming in, pulling away from that which doesn't serve. So basically your masculine energy have been out of alignment outside of your life or within you, has only led you to things that have been disappointing, that haven't worked out, and now there's a knowledge or an awareness of what is going to work out, what is real, what's true, what can sustain this next Saturn cycle of 28, 29 years. We have to align with what's absolutely for our highest best. So we get the Death card, transformation of, basically, I would say on a collective scale, wow, I would say on a collective scale, we have the dual energies really joining forces with these Libra planets, with these planets going into Libra. We're getting a real boost of energy coming into divine partnerships. Release, look at that, hitting on the Death card, transformation. We're releasing that ego. That was the Devil card, remember? We're aware of our ego choices, and we're transforming. We're going into heart space, everybody. It's so exciting. You see, that was a disappointment. We're releasing the disappointments of our past choices, and we're releasing all these energies of victim in order so that we may expand. And then I get impartiality, which really means a balanced state from having gone through. In other words, we're achieving more wisdom and balance around having been lost, because, you know, we're not found until we're lost. So the masculine energy within us and outside of us has been seeking the right direction. And it seems to me that in this period of the planets aligning into Venus, that we're going to get really guided to align with our divine mates and to align financially with them in a way that we can experience more expansion. And to not have so much sort of negative, to release the dynamics that were around shame and sadness, around grief and failing in our egoistic ways, because we failed on an ego level right now, because the universe is seeking expansion through us in the way we authentically need expansion. So if it's our ego isn't aligned with that, there's going to be a crash. But we're going to experience failure. But that's just the way the universe works, to align us in the way that the universe planned, or to align us with the true plan. Time to give rather than take. So I would say that puts us, that's Virgo. So hold your vision. It's going to happen. Time to breathe out. It's like we're getting a big release of the negativity that we've all been through, and the tension and the egoistic that was kind of going on. And we're going to, and the hard work is paying off, and we're stepping into our comfort zone, or stepping out of our comfort zone, which is what that devil card was at the end there, which was that security choices that we think are financially, from our headspace, that are financially expansive, when the universe is really trying to guide us to making choices from our emotional feminine side, because it is the feminine now in the world and in the universe that is more energetically supported as the lead position now. Because if you know about the shifting of the energies, you understand that Saturn right now supports feminine as lead, and that means feminine within the masculine and feminine within the feminine. So if you shift into heart space lead, which means you feel what you know, you intuitively go with it, you're going to be headed really the right way. All right, thank you for watching. Hope this read answered some questions for you, and have a wonderful week. Namaste.